Okay.
All right, what do we got here?
Oh my God! Look, it looks like I got NBC TV here.
Production team.
Tell me when.
Whenever.
Good morning, Michelle. This is Grandpa Bob. Welcome to the family. What you're about to see is a love that I've had since I've been a little boy. I fell in love with the circus, and I could only see the circus once a year when it came to town. So I decided to build a circus, a miniature circus. So what you're going to see, and I'll take you a tour of the circus real quick, is 8 years of building hand-carved miniature circus. It's the world's smallest miniature circus. So without any ado, let's get to the circus. First thing you see here is back in the 1950s when they played under canvas. This was called the Midway. What is the Midway? Midway is where you buy your tickets, you buy your food, hot dog, cotton candy, ice. Then they had what they called a sideshow. A sideshow was a show that you could see before you go into the big performance. And we have really good 8 performers in the sideshow this year. We have Baby Essie, the fat lady, which was my mother-in-law. We have Senior Scott, I need not say who he is. Okay, and we have John Commerce, who my father-in-law was. My mother was the monkey girl. And we come around to a guy by the name of Nick Messing, who's the alligator man. Princess Kim, who's the snake charmer. Colonel Slavin, who's a giant. He was really a short guy. And my first wife, Joy, which is man and woman. After you go into the sideshow, then you go into what we call the menagerie. The menagerie was like a zoo where you can see the elephants and the tigers and the leopards and the giraffes and whatever you have prior to going into the big top to actually see the show. Once you finish that, you walk through and what you see is Gargantua, the world's biggest gorilla in his air-conditioned cage. Once you go that, now you go into the big top to see the actual show. First of all, what's going on in the big top, and here's all the viewers and people watching the show, is what they call a spec in the circus, or a spectacular. And it's a Mother Goose theme. So there's your Mother Goose, there's your Donald Duck, there's your Humpty Dumpty, okay? And then we come across Cinderella's in her carriage, coming across, there's Jack in the Box, there's Aladdin and his lamp, there's the old lady in the shoe, and the Calliope, and you're hearing the music from the band, which is sitting up there. In ring number 1 is a horse act, with 6 girls on their shoulders of the men. Above is a flying trapeze. In the center ring is lions and tigers. And in ring 3 is acrobats. And above the acrobats is a man walking the wire. I hope you could see that. Okay, now this show goes on from city to city, and how they travel by train. These are the stock cars for the elephants and the horses. You can see the elephant. Oh my God, there's stuff on the ground. Hope it doesn't smell real bad. Then you see the flat cars, and that's where all the wagons and all the equipment is handled. All the performers and whatnot sleep on what they call Pullman trains, which is here. Back in the backyard of the circus, where the public is not allowed, is where the show keeps their horses. If you have horses, you got to have a blacksmith and a harness maker. And these are water wagons, because you have to bring your own water. It was just on an empty lot. Then you have a lighting tent that handles all the lighting for the complete show. Then as we move across, here's their cafeteria, or where the show people eat. There's the ovens and stoves, the ladies cooking. And with a show as big as that, we always have to have a first aid, just in case there is an accident or a problem. Okay, and here's your dressing tent, where all the costumes and everything are. And here there are some performers ready to go in once they're called to go into the performance. So you just witnessed the world's smallest circus built by me, Grandpa Bob. If you ever want to come see it, feel free to get on an airplane and come on over. It's nice meeting you. Bye-bye.